Alright, and I'm back. So now this is an excellent example of how to do boarding. This is the guided boarding tutorial in-game as well. If you follow the Empyrean Curse storyline, I will elaborate a little more on what Ace will say. Ace will try to explain a little bit, and the menu will get a little pop-up as you do this, but I will explain a little better as we go through this. So the first thing you want to do when you're going to board a vessel
Pelican, Vanguard.
is you want to know how many other Marines you're going to be fighting off. So you want more information. And in the bottom right hand side of the screen, you can see I don't have a lot of the information I need to see if I even can board this ship. So you turn on scan mode, shift 2, uh, just skip going into this interaction menu and scrolling down to board. Learn the hotkey, which is shift F.
After the scan, you can see how many crew members are aboard the ship. That, and the ship's general state, will give you a good idea of how much of a challenge boarding will be. This trader here looks to be sufficiently weak. We will not need too many Marines to make it ours. First of all, we need to disable the engines and turrets so that the trader is completely at our mercy. The worse the state of the trader, the better your chances of a successful boarding.
Okay, so it's it's not necessarily like that.
Something hit us.
Cool. You're being attacked by a branch. Hang on. Alright. Just leave the system. Oh, you're on repeat orders. Cool, 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 cool. Delete all orders. Come off of repeat orders, because that order is very easy to reassign. And would you kindly just leave the system so I can continue with the boarding tutorial? Alright, back to the boarding tutorial. So what Ace elaborated to is you gotta beat the ship down a little bit before it can be more easily boarded, which translates into faster boarding. You don't have to destroy the engines, it's not necessary.
Spare me.
For this specific mission, and it's teaching you to board, you do have to destroy the engines. So if you've noticed, I equipped special laser beams that are shooting blue laser beams. Those are the burst rays. These are weapons specifically designed to destroy turrets and engines and shield generators and not directly damage the ship. So these are purpose-made weapons for boarding, basically.
That is quite enough. You can send your Marines over to board the ship now.
Alright, so these purpose-made weapons made short work of the turrets and engines of the ship. Now, in order to speed up boarding, usually, not during this mission specifically, all you really need to do is clear out enough of the turrets that they won't shoot down your boarding pods. And if you're having trouble keeping up with the ship, destroy enough of the engines that it slows down to less than 100 meters per second. After that, any boarding pod should be able to catch up and begin the boarding process. The only other thing that will increase how quickly your boarding Marines will progress through the boarding process is lowering the hull below 80% hull. There's lots of other guides on how to do boarding, but I just wanted to make sure to get that point across anyway, in case someone's watching this for the first time. Once you get the ship below 80% hull, I like to get it down to 75%. Then keeping the shields down below anywhere below 5% to 1% will increase the speed of boarding. I don't normally keep the shields down that low. All I do is fly in, lower the hull down to 75%, get the boarding pods in there, and then back off all of my ships. The Marines can take it from there. Very short, sweet, and simple. Unfortunately, there's no hotkey for the interaction menu board command, so you do have to open up that menu. From here, this menu is very simple. The hardest part about this menu is you overcomplicating it. This is a very simple menu, and we're going to go through it step by step.
I have concluded the research.
Thank you, Bosata. You can pause your game while you look at this menu. So up here in the top left is your ship. You choose which ship you want to send Marines with. You can have multiple ships execute the boarding command at once. And if you have multiple ships doing that, they will all show up in this list. You can pick and choose each ship, and you will have to pick and choose each ship to modify what they are going to do in this list after the boarding starts, or as the boarding starts, I should say. Normally, the best option for me is maintain distance, so they're not trying to get up into the ship and get blown up by the ship's weapons while just trying to board, because boarding takes a while. It's going to take a long time, so your ships will definitely try to ram themselves into the other ship's weapons, and you will lose ships doing that. That's why I like to make them maintain distance and just back them off completely. The next thing you'll need to do when you select your ships individually one at a time is assign the Marines. I only have one ship and only 2 Marines, but luckily that's enough to board this specific ship because it's a mission ship. You can see that the risk is now very low in the Stage 3 Assault menu because I assigned both Marines. If I only assign one Marine, you'll notice that the boarding attack strength goes down. If I assign no Marines, the risk is very high because the boarding strength is 0. So I want to send both Marines. The attacking Marines is 2, the defending crew is 1. So they're both going to go in there and kill the crew. That's their job. This menu here confuses a lot of people, and it scares plenty of other new players. This risk, this word risk, and this colored text right here is just a reminder. It doesn't actually reflect what is happening or your situation. It's not reflecting your situation. So as I change the options in this drop-down menu, the risk is all over the place because it's not reflecting my situation. What is reflecting my situation right here is the target's combat effectiveness. And right now it's very weak because I've destroyed all the turrets. Usually setting this to very strong is the normal. It's just very strong, easy to forget, easy to just fire and forget. You don't have to worry about it. You can safely ignore that this is a very high risk because it's actually not. What this actually means when you set this to very strong is that when the target's combat effectiveness is at very strong or less, so any of these options, when these white words right here read any of these options and very strong, it will launch pods from your ship to that ship. And that's what you're telling this menu to do right here, is when to launch the pods. So if you tell it very strong, of course that is actually a high risk option if you haven't destroyed the turrets. If you have destroyed the turrets, then it's actually a very weak uh, combat effectiveness versus your boarding pods because it can't shoot them down. So it's actually a low risk here. It's just poorly reflected. This is just a reminder. The next stage 2, infiltration. This is the part of the plan that most people get stuck on and think it is bugged out because they won't lower the hull down below 80%. This stage right here is why we lower the hull down to 80%, so it will speed up this part of the boarding process. Notice that I didn't actually do it to this ship because this is a mission ship and is just trying to get an example of what to do. So again, we're going to set this to very strong, and the risk of destroying the target will be very low. Uh, in order to understand this, the Marines, when they go in there, when they cut holes into the ship and actually jump into the inside of the ship and go and hunt the other crew down, they are cutting holes into the ship. They are damaging the hull of the ship. So if you shoot a ship down to 1% hull, when the Marines breach, it will blow the whole ship up, and you will lose all your Marines. So don't do that. Um, Now then, this risk to Marines, this isn't even a reminder. Um, it's really just like this is barely poorly implemented or badly implemented, maybe implemented by someone who doesn't understand what's happening. But what this menu does when you change the options, it says risk to Marines very high at very strong. When I put it to very weak, the risk to Marines is very low, but they have a high risk of destroying the target. So what's actually happening in this menu is when I set it to very strong, the Marines will then cut holes into the ship and breach the ship when the hull strength is at very strong or lower. So if the target's hull is at any of these options when I have it at very strong, they will breach the ship. If I set this to very weak, I will have to shoot the ship down to where it has somewhere around 5 to 10% hull left in order for the Marines to then breach and start this part of or finish this part of the boarding plan. So I hope that makes sense. Ignore the risk to Marines. What that means is very strong. Marines will take less time to breach the hull. They will do damage. So they will do some damage to the hull. So usually setting this to very strong, what that does is it allows the Marines to breach at a higher hull value. The ship's hull can actually be at 100%. And it will just take a very long time for the Marines to cut a hole into the ship and then go in and kill the crew. So if you leave a ship at max hull value, you more than likely won't be taking a reputation hit in your reputation, so this is a way to steal larger ships. It just will take a very long time for them to cut their way into the ship. You're at no risk of losing any Marines. You're not going to get Marines killed in this stage after they've already touched down on the ship. So this risk to Marines is very inaccurate. It's not, there actually is no risk to the Marines once you've made it to this stage. You're not going to get Marines killed at this point. So the The boarding options are very simple. Just set this menu to very strong, set this menu to very strong. If you don't want your Marines to get shot out of the sky, destroy the turrets before you start boarding. Very easy. If you don't want your Marines to take forever, it feels like, to complete stage 2, shoot the hull down to below 80%. I find the sweet spot's right around 75% from my testing. Then the plan will progress to stage 3. Your Marines have infiltrated the ship and are just killing off the crew. From there, it's really just how many Marines you have versus how many Marines they have. And if you have more experienced Marines, your boarding strength multiplier goes way up. But usually it's really just a crapshoot between crappy Marines versus crappy Marines, and whoever has the bigger number wins. Simple as that. So we're going to start the boarding operation now. Unpause the game.
Pod launched. Moving to target.
And then we're going to laugh at my Gorgon purpose ship as it gets blown up by the K in the other sector.
Steady. Contact. Making preparations to breach.
Yep. So at any time, if you're wondering where the stages are, the bottom left-hand side will give you a mission to protect the ship or the ship you're boarding. And usually this means that this does mean you're on stage 2. And you won't really understand that until you really start boarding, and then you kind of get it. Oh, well, I'm on stage 2. I could just look at a glance down the bottom left. If you want to figure out where you are more exactly, just go ahead and click on board of that ship again. And now we're on stage 2. Stage 2 it shouldn't take forever and a day to get this stage done because this is a mission ship. But usually if this stage is taking too long, you need to shoot down the hull a little bit or just continue waiting for the rest of your life until they actually complete this step, whichever one sounds better to you. And then once they complete this stage, they'll move on to the assault. And at this point, you don't have to be anywhere near this ship. Once you get the pods launched from stage 1, you can literally remove all of your ships from the boarding action and push them out to a different sector entirely. So once the pods have touched down, just make your ships go away, and they're not going to get shot and killed. Wow, that K is destroying all of my laser tower Mark IIs. Well, that sucks. Actually, I can go do something about that. I think I'm close by. I am close by. Let's go do something about that K.
Preparing for breach.
So they're almost ready to be done with stage 2. And you're going to get, if you have a pilot assigned to this ship and you're just being hauled around as a passenger, your pilot will then start getting really wordsy with the Marines and being like, update, 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 update all the time. And when you switch ships, the pilot of the next ship will then be very urgent about getting updates. So that was boarding. It was
Entering system.
that's
Silent
basically how you do
witness.
boarding in a nutshell. It's not complicated or difficult. Usually it's just bigger number wins and destroy turrets if you don't want to lose boarding pods. Or take the Captain Collins approach and get in travel drive, get really close to the ship, pause the game when you're right next to him, launch the boarding operation, shoot out a massive amount of Marines, and some make it, some won't. But that's a sacrifice he's willing to make, and I'm usually willing to make. I'm willing to sacrifice some Marines in order to get a ship I want.
Entering
Sure,
system. Atikva's choice.
you know. So yeah, it's a totally viable way to do it. You might lose some Marines, but they barely cost anything. So might as well just go ahead and lose a few. And doing it that way, you don't get a reputation hit, I believe, unless you decide to shoot down the hole. So that's a nifty way to get really large ships.
Go! Move it! You are free to engage.
And then because I have excellent weapons for shooting down a
Engaging.
K's turret, or,
Safe to engage.
now a K is a large ship, so it has
Safe to engage.
turret weapons, it has engines to destroy, turrets to destroy.
Follow my lead.
We have beaten them. We have beaten them.
Well done, Chipmunk. Claiming your first prize under the flag of the Empyrean curse. I bet that must have felt exhilarating. Now, you just need to order the ship back to the Arcadian Endeavor so that we can take it off your hands.
You know what? I should actually explain that part to the mission. So now I have this ship. Woohoo! I need to assign a captain. There we go. If you want your Marines back, take that ship, right-click on the ship that you launched your Marines from, drag a slider over, press confirm. You're going from the ship you captured to the ship you started with, so you can get your Marines back. You do want to get your Marines back because they will eventually turn into veteran and elite Marines, and it is well worth investing in getting veteran and elite Marines. They really are that much better. Yeah. So I'll take my Marine back. Then from here, you don't have to pilot that ship. You just need to get, let's see here, unpause really quick. You just need to send this ship over to the Arcadian Endeavor. And it's usually right there. And once it gets over there, once you exit all your maps and vision and get back to seeing the NPCs talk at the bottom right hand side, Ace will comms you and ask you to do a transfer. And then you'll transfer the ship to their control. And then that'll be the boarding tutorial completed. It's really simple and straightforward. It's kind of presented in a confusing manner, but it's pretty dang easy. Now then, I'm just gonna neuter this K because it destroyed all my laser tower Mark IIs, and I'm pretty mad at it. Nope, nope, nope. You see what I mean by these weapons are purpose-made to destroy turrets and engines, by the way? Alright, that is one toothless K-class weapon, or K-class ship. It's cool. I'm still waiting for hull parts, I want to say, on that factory. And I'm waiting on the Iron Vulture to go over there. Ah, see? I've assigned it to the proper spot. Once it arrives, he'll start bugging me. I can transfer that crew member, because they just want the ship. So I can actually transfer that other crew member back to my ship and get a more experienced crew member slash marine. Well, then where did I send my Gorgon? How many laser tower Mark IIs can I load up on this bad boy? Yeah, 40 sounds good. And actually, I'm going to send the Tacoba to dock on that because I
Hello.
want that guy's inventory as well. All while waiting for the ship to go back and be transferred.
Do you want to hand it over now?
Nope.
Can I help? Affirmative.
There we go. There's no more people on that ship.
Entering system. Windfall.
Now I just stare at the wall until shaking my head at myself. Forgot to clear the previous order of the Tacoba before I told it to go dock and wait.
Entering system. Silent witness.
Now I just wait here like this
Do you
till.
want to hand it over now?
There we go.
Much appreciated.
Now then, what can I do about getting a Supply run out there. Oh yeah, Bosota completed the research while I was
This will
busy.
allow you. If you could, please gather the required materials.
Gonna start making some money over here too. I shouldn't have to make any trade rules or anything like that. My trade ships assigned to the station should go and take care
Entering
of the
system.
trade orders.
Patikva's choice.
Now, all current preparation complete. Everything taking shape. Return to receive instructions on how to continue.
Entering system. Argon Prime.
I actually might want to just send this over. This will be fun to see if the AI can land on that ship while it's taking off. Oh yeah, here we go. Tracking it through the dock. Yeah, not bad. Good landing. 10 out of 10
Tacoba.
would 10 out of 10 landing. Would phase through the roof of another building to land again. The reason I want to come land on this ship, by the way, is just to get all the
Gorgon.
goodies he's been picking up.
Vanguard.
Can I help?
Give me all those things you've been hiding in your pockets.
Tacoba. Entering system. Patikva's choice.
Now then, Tacoba, let's
Ship will be
go.
undocking soon.
Let's go.
Can I help?
Undock right now. I don't need to
Entering
look at that
system.
right-
Silent
Actually, I do
witness.
need to keep an eye on that. I'm waiting for the energy cells to be completed so I can set up or finish setting up the logistics menu on that. I don't need to watch the traders, however. Alright. So this works this is a little funky to get this to get this specific
Entering
order to
system.
work.
Windfall.
It is a little strange. It's probably just a 6.0 bug. So click there, tell it this system, lower the sphere to about 3 km. Ah. And there is that order. Where's the other order at? There it is. Adjust this over to where I want it. Right about there should do. Now then, I have defanged this Branch 9 Destroyer K It has no weapons. It has it has shields. I forgot to rip the shields off of it. It has no weapons. It has no engines. So that's things basically dead in the water till the Argon decide they want to kill it. Or the Terran Intervention Corps, whichever one gets to it first. I'm not picky. I should have known better to issue an order that like that. Send it way past where it's going so that way it actually speeds up till you can see something. Remove that order once you see your actual objective, and there you go. That's an easy way to handle docking like that. I don't know if the branch 9 will actually repair itself or not. I guess I should have scanned it while I was there. I'll go back and scan it when I have time. I was like, that's taking a while to land over there. So then why did I issue this complex order? Or not, it's not really a complex order. Why did I issue the protect position order? I issued that so that way when I tell it to deploy laser towers, it deploys it in a spherical pattern. And of course it will obviously protect that position from the Xenon. Or anybody that's enemies with me, I should say.
Hello there.
And I don't want this to eat the Mark II turrets again, because so that's why I'm sitting here clicking the button when I see it drop one. Because sometimes it eats the turrets if you try to deploy too many at once. So clicking on the button twice should not eat. or should not eat and then destroy basically a turret. Should deploy two, or should deploy two back to back, or yes, back to back. Wow, I'm tired. Halfway done. Those whole parts are taking a while to get to that station. That is unfortunate. We have our first customer for the death field. Looks like it's working. Then once I get done setting up my nice little laser trap, just switch this over to repeat orders and collect drops, and then enjoy your influx of all of your crafting needs, basically. They shouldn't be taking damage from that. Interesting. Alright, so for the stream tonight, I just want to get this quest line done. We're most of the way through it.
Welcome back, Chipmunk. You did well. Too well. Forget old smuggler call sign. You wild card now. Planning finished. Time to prepare big heist. Mellard Station holds Ministry Science Division facility. We target Ministry ship prototype for high-security transports. Cargo spoofing technology currently only available for their Raven-class ships. This technology will revolutionize market. We break into station. The Axiom will attack security, and the Ace will help with fighters. After stealing treasure, you dock at Arcadian Endeavor for escape. We guide you once we're there. Before we can set plan into motion, we need to prepare. Switch in Mellard's office needs to be flipped to open back door. She knows our faces. This job for you. Once you're done, we abuse security issue for break-in. You do petty crime for her. One of her thugs offers job at a bar not far. Ask for audience with boss as reward. Thug will lead you into Mellard's office. Make sure flipping of switch goes unnoticed.
Wild card, huh? Now we're getting somewhere.
Just be wary that you do not end up heading for a prison cell. As far as I know, any technology that the Ministry Science Division produce is highly unimaginative and pragmatic. Let us remain curious, but prepare for a sincere lack of admiration for the intricacy of their work.
Now then, because I know what's coming up, we're going to be taking on a passenger. I just need to clear out a passenger spot on the ship I take over. And we're going to need to go dock at the, at the casino. We're going to get, there's going to be a little dramatic cutscene on our way over there. That'll be the introduction mission into the main story of the DLC of Tides of Avarice. And we're promptly gonna ignore that, because it's totally safe to ignore that little dramatic cutscene and what all is tied with that, and just explore Avarice at your own pace. You don't have to do that mission accepted or even think about it.
Entering Windfall 3, the Horde. Oh, looks like that key popped. Actually, how much? Oh yeah, you're busy. You're a small ship. You have some room. Oh, and you're on flying weight orders. Even better. Let's find a whole parts factory real fast. Something like that. Excuse me. That just came out of nowhere. Sorry about that. Entering Windfall 4, Aurora Stream.
I'm gonna get a full load of whole parts and send it on its way out to build storage. And I just realized that the timer just started ticking down, so a trader must have just shown up with the rest of the hull parts. Cool. So as soon as that solar panel gets built, this station will start becoming self-sufficient again. But on top of that, it will be making metallic microlattice. So that'll be awesome. Because metallic microlattice is in really high demand over in Terran space. And I will be making a lot of money from it. Wow, neither cutscene played. That's probably because I was a passenger with the map open. Hey, look, a black market dealer.
Greetings. Split, looking for transport.
Okay, he's looking for transport. That's really all we need to know. Hey, look, another black market dealer.
Looking for a job?
Oh, wow, something's really wrong with that guy's neck.
Yeah, it's for one of the big shots. It does pay well if that's what you're after. Looking to swim with the sharks? Sure, that too can be arranged. My boss wants to talk to that split over there quite urgently. He's looking for a ride anyway. Just bring him
Sorry
to
about that.
our place instead. Your reward will be the audience you're looking for. Afterwards, the both of you can fly off again. You know what to do.
You know what to do. So this quest, the payment for it actually can get bugged out. And in 6.0, it's been bugged out every time it's happened. When I was playing 5.1, the payment came through every time, and every time I've done this quest on 6.0, the RC3 version, not the Kingdom's End version because I don't have that yet,
Hello again.
the payment got bugged out. The mission completed, I just didn't get paid for it.
Split finally leaving bar. Great. Time to go now.
Oops, sorry, keep sniffing. Got the sniffles. Alright, so what happens if you don't have a passenger slot opened up on your ship is he tells you you don't have any room on that ship. And then he'll just wait around at the bar till you bring a ship that does. Or make room. I'm going to go back and stand in my corner so that way the ship flies much better than it normally would. Well, when it's under autopilot or NPC control, that is. Well, the Terran Intervention Corps finally decides to show up.
Entering Windfall 3, the Horde.
Here we go. It's good to know that those are now satellited. I can put down some more advanced satellites in sectors if I want to. I kinda don't need to right now. Ah, yes. I need a resource probe. A single one. I don't need a lot. That's fine.
Entering Windfall 1 Union Summit.
Now then, as of, I think, 4.1, you don't really need resource probes at all. All they do, well, all they do now, as of this game version I'm playing right now, is add a slight speed bonus to your mining ships, your gas miners or your mineral miners. You just get a little speed boost out of it. They're not really using the resource probe to find resources. So that's nice. You don't have to litter your galaxy with resource probes anymore if you don't want to.
I have come to the end of my research.
Research is getting done. Hooray!
Entering system 18 billion.
I don't think I'll need more than two. Actually, I don't think I'll even need more than one resource probe. I'm gonna go deploy that resource probe and then send it right back to where it's docked. Yep, there we go, perfect. That will take care of like half of the missions here in this list.
Split still on your ship. Try travel drive. Where did you bring me? Chris's station!
Our boss wants to chat with you.
This Kerr's business?
Do not worry. You'll be out in no time.
Split done with Kerr's. Split make you pay.
And now to you. What reward did you agree to? Ah, right. Talking to Mellard. Sure. You have clearance to meet her in her office. Go right ahead.
Okay, so for this part of the mission, I made a save beforehand just in case the payment bugs out again. I want to try it a few times and actually get the 2 million credits for this mission. But also, if your relationship status with the Ministry of Finance is negative or worse, so if the Ministry of Finance doesn't like you, like they don't like me, I'm at -4 right now, there is a right answer when talking to this person.
Welcome to Woodworm Scrubs. I imagine that you were wondering if our little arrangement falls into line with official ministry business. You should know that I used to fly with a pirate crew. I still have contacts there, which makes me quite an asset for the ministry. They rewarded me with a job bossing around ministry employees, who look at me as if I have no clue about what I'm even doing here. It's an uphill battle on both fronts, but we're fighting the good fight. You know? Ending unregulated illicit trade and all that. All I'm saying is, there is merit in disclosing any illegal activities that you might know about. The ministry is still extremely interested, and pays generously. I don't imagine that you requested our meeting to receive personal gratitude, so let's talk business. What can I do you for?
Oh.
You'd rather have a long-term income over a quick buck?
I
I
guess I can't
am
choose
not
that
hiring,
option.
but
How
let me talk
interesting.
to a third party who might be interested in you. I'll try to arrange something, but don't get your hopes up.
The option I was referring to
Hello?
was not available there.
Yes, I need to call in a favor. I have a shady character looking for employment. Eager to work? Maybe, but not much of a profile yet. Sure, I'll wait. All done? Wonderful. Yes, it is, yeah. I'll call you later about that other case. Brilliant. I'm sorry, there's no interest in the market. The groups work on a trust basis and prefer to employ people they have a history with, or select for themselves. The fact that you are actively looking to be employed raises some red flags. Let's get you a proper reward for a job well done, and have you on the way. I expect you'll find your way out.
Well, at least I got the 2 million credits this time. So the chat or the talking option I was hoping to get right there was asking her about a criminal record, and she will wipe the slate clean for your Ministry of Finance relationship. It'll go from negative whatever to 0. Or if it's already positive, it will increase. So if you're at like positive 1 through positive, I don't know, 10, it'll go up probably by 1 or 2. So nice. I got 2 million for transporting that random civilian. Definitely a random civilian and no one important,
Ship
I
will be
promise.
undocking soon.
Can I help?
And yeah, that was a guilt-free $2 million. Nice. Oh, right. And now that I have... Oh, okay. I did set that correctly, right? Oh, perfect. I already put restrict everyone else on the energy cells and on the helium. Cool. So now this self-sustaining factory is actually making stuff now. It's making microlattice. It's actually making quite a bit of microlattice. Excellent. And I don't even need what you call it? I don't need people to make microlattice. People just provide a production bonus on top.
Entering system.
So if I
Windfall.
want, I can just slap more I can just slap another factory on this factory, and it will make more microlattice without any other need. And the only time it'll add another need is when I throw people in to get the production bonus, which is totally worth it. It's really worth it getting that production bonus for people. But you will have to either import or make food and medical supplies. But the amount of extra production they make will uh, make up for any deficit you get, especially when you get full on people and you get that 100% efficiency bonus. It'll be well worth it.
You finished flipping switch? Good job. What petty crime Mellard make you do? Who did you abduct? You handed over my brother?
Oops.
Mellard has my brother. Kurz, report.
What happened?
Mellard, vile traitor. One casualty not enough. He was out of game. Off limits.
Lou took a car.
Imprisoned. Engage. Attack station.
No, wait. Wait. We have a plan to get in. We will get him out.
Yeah, we'll get him out.
Let us finish up preparations before we engage. I was about to acquire a better combat ship.
I was working on an improvement to the hacking attack.
Complete one.
Understood. We'll go with whoever finishes first.
We will get him out. Do not worry. We will get him out.
Wild card. Help either of them.
Okay, I went with Ace last time, and he wasn't very useful, so I'll go with Axiom this time.
Hi.
Even
Also
though-
eager to steal the latest tech from the Ministry Science Division. While you'll be running around in Woodworm, I'll be hacking the turrets for our escape. I've developed a special security apparatus chip to not only overload, but overwrite the Ministry turret friend-foe recognition. If it works, then instead of shutting down, the turret should start shooting in our favor. Unfortunately, I had to eject my cargo when I ran into Ministry police. Let me give you the coordinates to pick it up. Once you've found the chip, use it to craft the security apparatus and deliver it to me. I'll stay here and write a workaround for the latest firewall update. Maestro wouldn't like it if I left any turrets up and running, just for them to regain their primary functions.
Yep, so Ace wasn't very useful last time, but the previous times I went with Axiom, it was even worse because he reactivated the turrets, and then they targeted me and not any of the enemies. So this is going to be fine. It definitely won't do that again.
The ship will
Maybe.
be undocking soon.
I hope.
Can I help?
Entering system. 18 billion.
I just need to fly that Prometheus back into its commander's range, and it should be able to find research trades. As long as I have.
This will allow you to gain blueprints by scanning leaks on certain modules. If you could, please gather the required materials.
Yep. So there we go. Now that we'll. I didn't realize the next research was available. And I want to get all the researches done before Kingdom's End comes out. Which shouldn't be that hard. I'll spend all of the next day on my next day and a half probably on it. And then the DLC should drop right after that. Or maybe it's only a day away. And that'll be great.
Hello.
Lockbox.
Alright, there we go. Looks like I will need to assign a trader for my... Ooh, actually... Yep. This is one of the best trade ships in the game for throughput. So I'm gonna splurge a little bit and get a nice one. Or I'm gonna make it as nice as I can, basically. I don't know that this makes all that much of a difference. It's a little nicer for me. Ooh, okay, maybe not that nice. Oh, wow. Maybe I'll just leave it like that. I don't want to spend a ton of money on it. Now, and since how this is a trade ship, service crew doesn't necessarily matter. It's a medium size. So there is no real benefit to adding more service crew except for a little bit of handling. So 4 crew just to improve handling a little bit. And then targeting software because I got 2 turrets. Other than that, should be good. Oh, nice, and it's automatically constructing. Excellent.
Tacoba.
Now then I just need a crafting bench, which is usually on any station with a small, medium
Greetings.
dock.
Can I help? Here you go.
Or actually, any station you can dock at, period, should have a trade station. Well, there's all the money I just spent on that trader going right back into my pocket. Nice. Not bad for a modless playthrough.
Good profit to you.
Oh yeah, I have caviar. So I have even more millions of dollars just in my inventory that I'm not thinking about. I just sold the interface unit I need for the security apparatus.
Can I help? Here you go. Here you
Actually,
go.
how much are you going to give me for the Space 5 caviar? Oof, not even $1 million.
Good profit to you.
The ship will be undocking soon. Can I help?
There we go.
Entering system. Windfall.
And now I have an actual trade ship. One of the better ones, apparently, for throughput. So now my little factory that was just making me oodles and oodles of money just from ore will now be making me even more money from selling metallic lettuce to the Terrans. More money, please. Now then, it is important to mention that this ship I am currently flying has the burst rays on them, burst beams, burst rays that are good for destroying engines and whatnot. That'll be important for the next part of this mission. So if you don't have a ship at this moment, when you get to this point in the quest, or just a little bit further, actually, by the time you dock here, you should have a ship with those specific weapons on it. It will help you immensely for the upcoming part of this mission. Now, there we go. That's a funny bug, but just switching views to external view and internal view fixes it.
I am waiting for the security apparatus. Did you bring it?
Nope.
Great job! I've got the firewall update workaround. Let's go out there and show them what the Empyrean curs are made of.
All crew back to the Arcadian Endeavor. Time to pay Mellard a visit.
Everyone attending now. Good. Split allowed all time Split could spare for Wildcard to prep.
Indeed. This little counter-security spectacle that we cooked up will serve as a handy distraction, should things go haywire.
Now, time for decisive action. No longer just plan of petty revenge or even business. Mellard looking to strike low blow, involving someone who no longer in game. Curse can play game too, but better. Breaking out Split's brother now priority.
But we will still go after the Science Division prototype, right?
Yes, after prison breakout, Wildcard make way through internal ducts. Connected to hangar, then proceed to make escape in prototype ship.
It's a sound plan. They'll not expect you to use their precious ship for the getaway.
As to how you gain access to station in first place, Axiom will tag along. Hack into their system. Serve as on-ground supervisor. No time to waste. Get to it.
Okay, so the prototype ship in question that we're going to escape on, it's a nice ship for a small trade ship. It's a very nice small trade ship because of the cargo spoofing technology it has on it. As for it being a combat ship, it gets a F minus. But that's an insult to anything that gets an F minus anywhere. So that's how bad that ship is for combat. Just don't use it. That's why we brought the Tacoba.
I have to admit, I am nervous. Sure, I've been involved in large-scale operations before, but never quite like this. I just hope the Maestro can keep his cool throughout it all. The fact that his brother is now involved is weighing heavily on him. Millard sure knew how to provoke a reaction.
Oh, I need another energy cell. Or energy production. No, instead of making something that looks funny, which I kind of already did, but oh well. Let's just expand this plot. And then be very careful when you go to expand this plot. Especially if you're clicking here and dragging, because sometimes it will just set the plot to a certain size and then it won't let you adjust it. Which sucks. Even clicking these arrows is kind of dangerous. So don't click and hold, or else it might just set it to something you don't want it to do. So I'm being very careful to click this one at a time, because I've been burned by this so many times. There we go. Now I've got a decently sized plot. And go back into building. Can't even slap on another module right there. Really?
Okay, this is it. Initiating docking.
Oh. Well, putting one on the other side works too.
Right? I will smooth your credentials so that you can gain entry into the prison complex again. Then locate Luca. I'll talk you through the rest. Good luck.
Alright, time for the
To our
puzzle.
intel, Luca should be somewhere on this floor.
Time for the puzzle portion of this quest. It's actually really easy, and it does not take very long.
That console's connection to the cell doors have been severed. Standard procedure. This will slightly raise our profile, but I should be able to adjust it remotely.
You, creature! Worst taxi driver Split ever met! Creature blind or just stupid? Split kill you after escape. Beat first, then kill! Or pretend Split is taxi driver. Deliver creature to blood traitor. Then beat, then kill! Split not calm down. Creature calm down first. Or Split realize creature still here. Why come? What else creature want but gloat? What creature waiting for? Open cell or eat fist?
So the voice actor did a really good job with the Split dialogue.
Will sit. There we go. The door controls should be enabled now. Try them.
But you don't need to take my word for it. The Split voice actors did a great job, I think.
About time. Split find hiding spot.
While you two are busy chatting, I found a way to temporarily disable the security in the hangar. That's where we'll hitch our ride. Head for the second level. The Ministry seems to have installed more switches. They require some adjustment, but I know you love a good puzzle. Excellent. Level 2 is right through there. That exhaust fan may impede your movement, but it won't make our mission impossible. See those alcoves? That's where I'd hide if I were you, whenever the fan is blowing at full speed. Partial access to level 2 established. These airlocks are shut, so you'll need to find a way to bypass their locks.
Oops, wrong side.
And just like that, we have free reign over level 2. They can't stop you now. Magnificent. That'll give you access to half of the switches. There must be another console nearby that will let you remove the second cover.
Get bounced out. Oops. This is really annoying. That wasn't supposed to happen. Uh-oh. Hang on a second, maybe if I go cycle this airlock. Hopefully it'll open that airlock back up. This would be a really crappy spot to be stuck on. Oh no, I'm stuck. Well, too fast. I can't read this. I can't reach the switch through the wall. Whoopsie. Let's see if exiting the area and coming back will fix it. Leave it to me to find a way to break the quests. Actually, that might work. That should have fixed it. I hope. Ow. Still broken. Well, my only other hope now is to get stuck into the geometry and hopefully it sucks me through the door. Because I don't remember the last time I saved. Oh, the last time I saved was probably in Millard's office. I don't really particularly want to repeat all this right now. The only other thing I can think of is to try and complete the puzzle without...
Something's not right. The switches are also setting the state of their beams. You'll have to find a combination which turns them all off. I don't think a game of whack-a-mole will get you there. No, actually, it might.
No, I don't wanna... Wait, hang on. Maybe the door's fixed now? Let me in. This is just for
Woodworm
show.
scrubs.
Oh wait, no. It just cycled the lock. Haha. Whew. I was afraid I was gonna have to save and reload right there, and I really didn't want to do that.
Both covers confirmed open. Let's flip some switches. Get back into your spacesuit.
Oops.
You caught it well, Card. Access to level 3 established. And turned off the darn fan. Off to the hangar then.
Nope, wrong way. Okay, so if you've been playing along or following along and doing this step by step, make a save.
You're approaching the internal hangar now. Our getaway ship is right over
Yeah, make a save right, well, somewhere either before you step through this airlock or just after you step through the airlock. I like to do it just before, just in case the spacesuit portion messes up.
If we want to make it out of here, you'll have to destroy the clamps on the hangar doors. Holy triangle. That's the station alarm. Luke and I are going to make a run for the ship. Approaching the dock. I'll be with you in a moment.
Split close to dock.
Axiom on board. Establishing access to the ship's systems.
Split on board. We're Pyramid here too.
Right on time. I've just managed to override the controls. Transferring ownership to you. Now, jump on board and get us out of here. I'll look after Luca. This prototype ship does not appear to have an emergency eject system. I assume it was supposed to be added later.
Enemy spotted. This should be simple.
Okay, so if you made it this far and the ship hasn't exploded, got sucked into the wall of the station, or any other kind of nightmare scenario that can happen, because I've seen it. This is a very buggy part. So if your game looks like mine and there's no issues, make a save right here. I believe this is the buggiest portion of the game so far, or one of the buggiest missions. It's not it's not unbeatable or undoable. It just you may experience some weirdness.
Split been moving into position. Alarm must have mobilized more Ministry forces than Split anticipated. Must have been ploy. Bait Curse so Mellard not have to smoke us out. No matter now. Dock fast. Hand Split brother over.
Christ blessed. Malheur deployed a capital ship to head off the Arcadian endeavor.
Thank you for leading the old man and his crew of clowns right to my doorstep. Crossing them off the Ministry's list will do wonders for my career advancement. You just stumbled into this whole affair, so I will offer you a one-time chance to get out of this. All you have to do is dock at my ship and hand over the pirates you are currently harboring. You won't be able to keep the ship, but I promise I will make it up to you.
I will strike you out.
Well, that's unfortunate for Mellard, because we totally do want this ship.
The Arcadian endeavor's taking heavy fire. We need to do something.
Thanks be to ancestors. Lutakaka, join me on bridge. Wildcard, Curse need help. Arcadian endeavor cannot escape with Mellard ship functional. Need to take out turrets and engines. Only chance of escape. Get out of there.
Enemy spotted.
Now then, I just said I do want that ship, but I definitely don't want it for combat, because it's really, really bad. It is a good transport ship, though. It's actually an extra good transport ship, and I'll tell you why after this. So if you made it this far, congratulations. Remember to make a save. Now, because it can very easily go wrong. Trust me. The good news is we're almost done.
Tacoba.
Hello.
I will now execute the software that I injected into the station's system. I've taken control of the station's turrets, calculating new targets. And open fire.
Better issue a profit warning.
So, you've chosen to go down with a sinking ship. No, it's all the same to me. One less loose end for me to tie up later.
The ship's engine's dead. Now is window to slip away. Everyone fall back.
Okay. So, you see the reason to bring your own combat ship?
No, I cannot let you get away. I will not forget this.
Barbarossa.
So if you've been struggling hard with the this portion of the ship, or with this portion of the quest, I should say, bring your own combat ship and equip it with the burst beams. Then just destroy the Aces trolling me. But bring your own combat ship. Park the Raven prototype that you actually do want. I guarantee it. Park that on the Barbarossa and put it into internal storage. Pull your actual combat ship out of internal storage. Go and blow up the engines just like I did. And then make it back to the Barbarossa if you can. Throw your ship back in internal storage so it doesn't get blown up. And then just wait for the mission to end.
Successfully docked.
The Arcadian Endeavor is invulnerable. Its health will go down to a certain point, but it won't actually die. Or I should say it can't. So just tuck away your whatever ship you brought with you and the Raven prototype. And then just watch the fireworks until you leave. Alright, now that we have the Raven prototype, a lot more options
Split
for...
not expect turning of battle. Wildcard demonstrated nature true to name. Kerr's got away. Still, this call too close. Everyone regroup and take time to recover. Wildcard, without you, heist would not have been possible. You are true Empyrean Kerr. Keep ship.
Yes, I have already taken all the readings that were required, while we were heading back to the Arcadian Endeavor. This data will go a long way towards making our pirate incursions more efficient.
Yes, your contribution's invaluable.
Alright. Now we are done with the Empyrean Curs and the Arcadian Endeavor. That plotline is complete. And we didn't even take a rep hit, I think, right there. Oh, we did. We took a rep hit for the Ministry of Finance, but we can get that back pretty easily. And like I was saying, now we have the Raven prototype, which opens up a lot of easy ways to gain reputation with one of the hardest factions to get reputation with, the Vigor Syndicate.
Entering system. Windfall.
Because you can trade illegal goods or illicit goods, and I do want to test this before I go to bed. So I'm not ending the video right now. Let's see here. I need to transfer a crew member onto the Raven. There we go. I will give this orders to my favorite shipyard, of course. It's got 4 Talati engines. It is a courier ship, so Talati should be the way to go. Its container storage is rather small, actually, worse than the Vanguard and the Sentinel variants of the ship, but it has 1 additional weapon and I think 1 additional shield, so absolutely not worth it. Oh well. Because when you go and fly the ship the first time, it's missing 2 of its shields. More you know. And the reason it's terrible for combat is these muon chargers. I dislike this weapon. It can be good if you learn how to use it properly. It can be probably insanely good. But it's tedious to use and I don't like it. I don't even know what to put on this thing. I'll just throw on some bolt repeaters. Hopefully I'll get some money back from those muon chargers. Oh, I won't. I will not get money back. Well, when in doubt, Pulse Laser Mark II. I think I do need a trade computer. I'm not going to be using this as my player ship, so that's always nice. Oh, free money. That's always nice too. But the whole reason I insist you get this ship and you want this ship is because of the mod it has on it. It comes with a mod pre-installed. And you can view that mod in the loadout. And that mod is Mirage. And that is the cargo concealment. Now what that doesn't make, it's not intuitive from the get-go. What that does is it hides all of the cargo, no matter what it's transporting, from a scanner. So I know what you're thinking. You're like, okay, so what? You can transport illegal wares, and the police won't stop your ship, and it won't. Your ship won't then throw out the illegal wares and get it blown up and confiscated, whatever, yada yada. That's only half of what's so good about this Mirage. The other half is when you experience a raider, a Minotaur raider targeting your trade ships, this one mod will prevent that. So if your trade ships are constantly being attacked by pirates, it's not going to help against the Xenon or the KHK. But if you're constantly losing your trade ships, say for your Grand Exchange to get your research done, constantly losing your trade ships because they get targeted by raiders or pirates, this one ship won't be, because they won't be able to tell that this ship is transporting goods that are worth anything. And to put my money where my mouth is and actually show you, I'm going to send it out to pick up some illicit wares and then sell it to the black market trader. Let's see here. Plus 24 is from the average price. What happened? Why you cost so much? Nope. Actually, I think the Hat Freeport had cheaper things here. So I can fill the storage up all the way with illicit goods. It's not even all the way full after that trade. Perfect. I'm only spending 91,000 on that. Let's see what I can get over here. Oh, I can even get space fuel. Cool. I'll transport some of that too. Then I'll go over to my black market contact here and fill their demand.
I have come to the end of my research.
Perfect. I won't be able to trade these illicit goods anywhere else, but that's besides the point. I just want to show that I can trade, or I can have this ship make the trades. And it won't be bothered by a single pirate.
If we wish to improve the nanites are quite regulated, but not illegal. I may, however, need to push them beyond usual operating standards in order to achieve our goal. I will direct you to a contact of mine. He is quite skilled at moving restricted technology.
Tacoba.
ship will be undocking soon. Can I help?
So since our autopilot's exceedingly broken right now in the beta, I'll just have my my pilot fly me over. And I can look at my emails. Cool beans. That's funny. I just put more money into this station than I should need to.
Entering system. 18 billion.
Now then, where's my trade ship at for my actual trading ship? For my little pure profit station, basically.
Entering system. Grand exchange.
Oh, it is selling metallic microlattice. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to do. It didn't fill its cargo hold all the way, so it's more than handling all of my production. What am I waiting on to build here? Oh, I'm just waiting on trade ships to drop stuff off. Now then, one thing that's not really well explicitly told to you, the player, is that build storage is separate from the station, meaning you don't need to put a pier on your station in order to get large traders to come and trade with your build storage. They will just do that automatically. So all you need to do for when you build a station is just give it enough money to request traders in, and the large traders will be able to dock with your build storage at any
Entering
time.
grand exchange. 3.
No additional maintenance on your end, basically. So that's nice. I do want to put a pier on this station, but I'll deal with that in a minute. Mostly I just want to watch this Raven prototype do its thing.
Entering system. Black hole sun.
What are you under attack by? Oh. Power distribution unit. Keybrick. So, if you want to learn how to set up a station properly, a mining station, no less, that video is up on YouTube and available to watch right now. And it's, I believe I did label it as, what was it? Building my first station and setting it up. That's my first station of this playthrough, that is. There is more to it than just slapping all the things together on the station and calling it good. You do need to go tinker around in this menu here, and I go over all of that in that video. It's not very hard. It's actually pretty simple. Basically, I don't allow NPC factions to supply my station. Only allow my traders to come in and sell to the station for ore, silicon, and helium. And also for energy cells, since I'm producing them, I don't want the station to buy them. And that makes it so I don't need to put I don't think I need to put any money in the station account, even though it's asking for money. And I made sure to not restrict the cell options for energy cells, helium, ore, and silicon. The NPC factions will not send traders for ore, silicon, or helium, or any liquid, I believe, but they will send traders to go nab energy cells, or things like metallic microlattice, for instance, if you make enough of it. So yeah, if you want a full breakdown on how to set that station up, that's available on YouTube. Hey buddy, you okay?
You here for the nanites? Here you go. I owe that boron a favor, so don't worry about the cost. You do know it's illegal without the proper license, right? Don't get caught with it.
He just stared into my soul. From up on high. Anyway, doing these missions, or doing the first modification research missions are actually, they're all pretty simple and straightforward once you know how.
Hello there.
I don't know why I kicked the NPC pilot out.
Docking granted.
Wow, docking computer.
Successfully
Just
docked.
You did your job at the worst time.
We're pleased to welcome you aboard.
Let me out. He's gonna try to dock at the station again. No, don't do that. Go dock at Grand Exchange, please. Thank you very much. I put more money into the build availability because prices do fluctuate, and sometimes and the station manager is trying to save you money at all times, so they will try to drag this
Entering
price down
system.
as much as
Grand
possible.
Exchange.
But sometimes the NPCs won't have it, so the manager will have to increase the price every now and then. So that price fluctuates as they're trying to find good buys on everything. Ooh, what's that? Oh, so a trader got blew up. They got blown up. Oh no, that's a whole part factory. Someone forced it to drop its goods. Oh, right there. There's the problem. If I was in a different ship, or if I had a whole bunch of Marines, I would be capturing that ship because it's worth quite a bit of money.
Entering Grand Exchange.
That'll
1.
happen later on in the playthrough, though. I will go after those large ships and collect them for either my military or sell them for oodles of money. Oh, I forgot to stand in the corner over here so he flies better. Oopsie. And I know exactly what to do after the research, after I drop this research thing off. Oh, he doesn't have a lot of items. That's fine. Gives me something to do. I do need to go get some blueprints, and I can now start stealing blueprints. Yay! I know I just had the tutorial on how to steal blueprints for everything, but your most important research will be your production module hack research to steal production modules, because there's over like, I want to say there's over 30 modules to steal if you want to steal everything. And I think there's just 30 production modules alone. Then there's docking modules like piers, and piers are insanely expensive, so I'll be stealing a couple of those as well. And then the storages. I didn't buy any large Terran storages yet, and I don't think I'll have to. I'll just go steal those. Why pay for stuff when you could just steal it in this game?
Hello there. Now then, we should be able to begin our research. I look forward to seeing how this turns out.
I mean, no one saw that. Let's go steal something. What do we want to steal? I want to steal a... I want to steal lots of Terran stuff, actually. So let's go out to Terran space while the research is taking its time. Let's go steal Terran stuff. Like a Computronic substrates fab.
The ship will be undocking soon. Can I help?
Actually, it is getting late, and it has been 2 hours since I started the stream. I will pick this back up next time. Anyway, it's been a good stream. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Later.